So I jumped right in and I started building our square foot garden and filling it and putting the plants in, but I haven't stopped to talk about why square foot gardening. For a long time we have just tilled up grass in our yard, put the better soil in if we can, and put seeds or plants in the ground and grew them that way. That works just fine. You can always do that. Square foot gardening is definitely going to be it's going to cost money. So if you are going to go into debt to do this, please, please, please don't do that. Don't go into debt to build one. If you are going to be moving within the next short amount of time, I would not recommend building a square foot garden. It does cost a lot to get started, unfortunately, but the cool thing is the most of the cost is actually the soil. So you're going to be getting the vermiculite and the peat moss for the first year, and then you do not have to purchase that again. The only thing you will be adding after that is the compost. So the soil is the 3 parts of each of those, and the compost you continually add in. They recommend getting 5 different kinds of compost in there. A lot of people recommend making your own compost, which I have not done yet, but maybe I will in the future if that's something you're interested in seeing. But I just wanted to touch base and tell you why I am square foot gardening and the really cool benefits of that. So part of the reason that I'm square foot gardening is, like I said, because of that soil. It is a really high nutrient dense soil, so your plants are going to grow better in the soil. They can actually grow closer together than they would just in the ground, and they can also grow in shallower conditions. So they can grow in as few as 6 inches up to 12 inches of soil, which is really cool. You really don't need that much depth. The vermiculite is helping to pull the water, like drain the water out of the soil, and then the peat moss is helping absorb and hold on to that water so that when the plants need it, it can get it from the peat moss. But it's not sitting there to rot and ruin the plants. And then the compost is feeding the soil. It's giving it all the nutrients that it needs. So that's a really cool thing about the soil. The thing that, the reason we made it this size, the 4x8, is because you can reach 2 feet in on every side. So I can always reach in and get to my plants within the 2 feet range, and then go around the other side if I need to get to the other side. So you can build them 4x4, you can build them 4x8, you can build them as long as you want, but 4 feet is kind of the range so that you can reach in 2 feet. The reason that we did this fence as high as we did is our dog will stay out of it. The rabbits can't get through these little holes, the bunnies, and I can still reach over it. See, I can get in and dig in the dirt, and I can do whatever I need to over this fence, but it is high enough that smaller animals are not going to be able to get in. So I just wanted to jump on, touch base, tell you why we're doing square foot gardening, and encourage you to garden no matter what your budget is. You can always do something small, you can do something bigger. Last year the only thing we did was basil. I did indoor basil. We had just moved here. That was a photo bomber. We just moved here and we didn't have any we got here too late to build our garden. So I did indoor basil in my pot, and that is what lasted for the full year. It was inside for the whole year, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do this year. I'm also going to do our outdoor basil so we can do both, but just do what you can. Do what you can with what you've got. Does that make sense? Don't go into debt. Don't do more than you can take on. Just do a little and have that little bit of fresh in your home, in your kitchen, in your family, because your family is worth it. And together you can make the mess, and you can make the memories, and you can learn about the science and the math. And now I have a bunch of photo bombers. So I just encourage you to help keep your family healthy and happy together, to just find something you can do to garden together. And if this helps you, great. If it gives you ideas for other things, great. But do something to garden, because your kids will learn so much from it, and it's so healthy for you to have fresh ingredients in your home.